What if I told you that behind the colorful, happy world of Cartoon Network lies a secret, darker side? A side they never wanted you to see. Today, we're not talking about fan theories or creepypastas. We're diving deep into the forbidden archives to uncover 7 supposedly real banned episodes that were created and, in some cases, even aired before being pulled into darkness forever. Are you ready to see what they tried to hide? Let's get into it. We're kicking things off in the cheerful town of Elmore. But what happens when that cheer curdles into pure terror? In a legendary lost episode titled The Grin, the familiar world of Gumball becomes a psychological nightmare. Imagine this. You're watching the show, everything seems normal. But then, Darwin vanishes. Poof, gone from the screen. A few moments later, Anais disappears right before your very eyes. The truly creepy part? Gumball doesn't even flinch. He just keeps talking and laughing as if they're still there. The happy-go-lucky music continues to play, which honestly just makes the whole thing 100 times more unsettling. But the ending is what scarred everyone who claims to have seen it. The camera slowly zooms in on Nicole's face. Her familiar motherly smile starts to stretch and stretch until it's a distorted, monstrous grin. The screen glitches, and 4 simple, chilling words appear. You're next. Next up, we're heading to the seemingly innocent creek, a place of adventure and imagination for kids. But some secrets, it seems, are buried deep for a reason. An episode allegedly titled The Root was created and screened internally for a small group of parents. It starts with Craig finding a hidden underground tunnel beneath the woods. Classic adventure, right? Wrong. As he goes deeper, the atmosphere changes. It gets quiet. Too quiet. The episode implies he's entered a place where kids from the creek just disappear. But here's the one moment that supposedly got it banned instantly. Craig's flashlight beam lands on something in the dirt. It's a doll. A crudely made doll, wearing a tiny, perfect replica of his own clothes. The implication is absolutely terrifying. Was he next? The parents in the screening were so disturbed by this that the episode was immediately vaulted and never spoken of by the network again. All right, time for everyone's favorite slackers, Mordecai and Rigby. We all know they've been in some bizarre situations, but this one crosses a line into pure existential dread. The story goes that an episode titled Loop Room was never meant to be seen, but was leaked from an animator's personal hard drive. In it, Mordecai and Rigby get trapped in a room where everything repeats. A classic, frustrating trope, you'd think. But the loop starts to decay. The colors fade, the audio distorts into a low hum. And then comes the horrifying realization from Mordecai. The reason it's all repeating, they're already dead. This isn't a time loop, it's a memory, glitching in their final moments after an accident we never see. The supposed final scene is a shot from outside the room, showing 2 body bags lying on the floor. You hear a faint, distorted "ooh" before it cuts to black. It's so dark, it's no wonder it never made it to air. Adventure Time is famous for its deep lore and emotional moments, but this lost episode takes the cake for pure psychological torment. It was called Finn's Regret. The episode opens with Finn waking up completely alone. The tree fort is in ruins. There's no Jake, no BMO, no one. The entire land of Ooh is silent and desolate. The whole episode is just Finn wandering through this empty world, slowly losing his mind. He's keeping a diary, and the only entry we're ever shown is a heartbreaking scrawled message that reads, "It was all my fault." We never find out what it was. What did he do? The silence and the crushing loneliness are the real monsters here. The rumor is that the concept was so profoundly depressing that the footage was scrubbed even from the internal production reels. They didn't just shelve it, they tried to pretend it never even existed. Love it or hate it, Teen Titans Go is known for its loud, hyperactive, chaotic energy. So what happens when you take all of that away? You get a legendary lost broadcast. There's a story of an episode called Quiet Show, and it is exactly what it sounds like. There is zero dialogue, not a single word, but it's not just quiet. As the episode goes on, the characters start to lose their color, slowly fading to grayscale. Their movements become slow and lethargic. Their trademark emotions just drain away, leaving these empty, lifeless husks on screen. The finale is the stuff of nightmares. Robin, now completely devoid of color and expression, turns and just stares directly into the camera for 20 unbroken seconds. The screen then slowly fades to absolute black. The legend says this aired exactly once in the dead of night without warning and was immediately pulled from history. Can you imagine stumbling upon that while channel surfing at 3 a.m.? It's hero time! But what if a hero's greatest power became the source of his greatest fear? In a supposedly unaired episode of the original Ben 10, titled Echo, Ben gets zapped into a strange parallel reality. Everything looks the same, but it feels wrong. He tries to go hero, but when he transforms, something is terribly off. Every single one of his alien forms, Heat Blast, Forearms, Wild Mutt, they all speak with his father's voice, and they're not saying random things. They begin to chant a single, chilling phrase over and over. You shouldn't have touched the watch. It's as if the Omnitrix itself, the source of his power, was channeling a parental curse. The episode was allegedly swapped out on the broadcast schedule with no explanation, and Echo was never heard from again. We're back in Elmore for our final and perhaps most bizarre entry. This one doesn't just break the fourth wall, it shatters it. This wasn't even a full episode. It was titled Test Broadcast. It starts like a normal Gumball clip, but then the screen begins to glitch. Horribly. Distorted, nightmarish versions of the beloved characters flash on screen for split seconds. Strange, out-of-place phrases in Latin appear and disappear. But the audio is what terrified people. Instead of the usual upbeat music, viewers reported hearing only a faint, rhythmic pulse, a sound like a low, steady heartbeat. And then, the final scare. For a single frame, a real, live-action human hand appears in the shot, as if reaching out from inside the TV. This test was supposedly cut from all official releases and digital platforms. It's a piece of analog horror hiding within a kid's cartoon. The question is, what exactly were they testing?